Hey guys, what's going on? Hey, what's up? Listen, it's Thursday. All right, what's up? What's going on? Happy Thursday. Happy Real Biz Life Day. It is your chief visionary, Natasha Davis, CEO of Impact Branding Consulting and founder of the SaaS tool for consultants, the Profit Enhancer Analysis. Thank you so much for those who don't know me. Thank you for being here. For those who do know me, thank you for coming in. I am honored to serve business owners and companies. We serve about 15 states and about 3 countries right now. For about 16 plus years, I've been helping companies and agencies develop structure, strategy, and scale. And with the help and the blessings of my team, we have been really helping companies to accomplish their goals and make it happen. So really excited. I love what I do. I hashtag love what I do. Very excited. So look, come on into the business lab. Today, we're going to have a good time. We are going to dissect the how and the why to rebranding a company, and also how to do that successfully. Yes. And so oftentimes I will get a call, or we'll also get a call, and people like, hey, I need to rebrand. But when I question them, the owner or the leader is just kind of focusing more on the logo, the colors, the website, all the creative strategy around a brand. But they're telling me that they need to rebrand for these particular reasons, but they're hyper focused on the creative things, right? And so I come today to give you this base. Rebranding is not the same as redesigning. When you're merely just changing logos and colors and the website, what you're doing is you're doing redesign, not rebranding. Okay. So I want you to focus on that. I want you to pay attention to that. Hold on to that principle today. And just remember that when you start thinking about a rebrand, you're not talking only about the logo and the website and the colors and all that good stuff, and changing the name, right? That there's a little bit more that goes into it. So I'm gonna pull the layers back on that today. All right, so get ready, because this is what we're talking about today: the how and the why to rebranding and how to do it successfully. And I'm going to help you to understand the difference between a redesign and a rebrand, right? So this is a live show, and it's a place where we dissect the good, the bad, and the strategy around business. I transfer knowledge over to you so that you can lift the lid on your thinking, because I want you to explore the greater possibilities around growth and improvement for your company, right? So get your digital notes open. Right, swipe up, get it ready. If you write fast, then get your pen and paper ready, because I am dropping hashtag golden nuggets today. Yes, I am. All right, so let's hang out right here. Don't be stingy. Don't let your fellow business owners be tardy for this party, right? Tag them, text them, call them, let them know we are live. Come join us right here inside the Business Lab. We are live in Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube right now. We're live. And guess what? Business owners, don't let other business owners miss this. I'm just saying, right? Let's hold up your end of the deal. Right? Invite some folk up in the house. All right. So listen, let me know which golden nugget have you been implementing? Which one did you get to play with this past week? Maybe last week? Tell me what you were playing with. So last episode, we dissected international business. We looked into all those little nuances, the things that we should look into. So did you grab a golden nugget from there? Or did you grab a golden nugget? Did you do a throwback? Did you do a throwback golden nugget? Which one did you get, right? All right, so drop me a note. If you chat with me, I will chat back with you, all right? But the production team is me right here. So if it gets a situation, y'all give me a minute to respond to some of your comments. I see them, but I'm going to respond to them. But if a situation arises, just give me a minute. I am the production team today. All right, guys. So I want you to remember that When we come to hang out here, we are literally talking about the important things around business, the powerful things around business, the necessary things around business. So to my business owners, if this is your first time hanging out with me here inside the Business Lab, welcome. Thank you for joining me. I know you could be anywhere. And for my tribe, my Real Biz Life tribe, thanks for coming back. Thanks for inviting other people to come and join us as we begin to peel the layers back. Because when we come together in the Business Lab, we are coming for the purposes of examining the strategy and the structure and the elements of scale around developing the business, around moving a company forward, around lifting the lid on your thinking. And as I transfer this knowledge over to you, you get to lift that lid. You get to lift that lid on your thinking. You get to explore, what am I missing? What am I not thinking about? You get to explore the possibilities for expansion, for improvement, or even for growth, right? Because you now take the tools and you take the knowledge and you take the strategies that I give you to do what? Achieve economies of scale. That is what we're doing, is achieving economies of scale. Yes. All right. So if you are like, how are you qualified to do this? I've never even seen you before. Well, that's all right, baby, because your Chief Visionary has been around for about 16 years or a little bit more. I've been in the same industry for the length of time. And again, I've been able to work with companies, agencies, and corporations as well, helping them with their strategic planning and being their business strategist, helping them with risk management. The other thing I have been blessed to do, I've written and published 3 books around these principles. I've spoken on stages all over. I've been featured and recognized in Big Grit Entrepreneur. I am a certified SCORE mentor. And I absolutely love what I do. So as a strategist, as a business strategist, I am committed to normalizing and simplifying strategic planning, because I know that it can be a situation, but because I love it, I get to dissect it and uncomplicate it. So that's what we're going to do here today inside the Business Lab. I am going to uncomplicate the principles of rebranding, and keeping in mind that the strategy of rebranding is a tool that you have in your kit to use in business. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right. So we're going to get ready to go inside the Business Lab. Before I forget, when you are mobilizing your goals, when you are looking to scale this year, you can get on-demand support from ibcacademyonline.com, ibcacademyonline.com. Jump on over there, get the support that you need, and see, we actually have master classes that are launched right now, and you can join into one of these powerful master classes. So go ahead and jump into that. All right, so let's get ready to go inside the lab. Let's do what we do. Let's talk about the things that are plaguing our minds, what's making our brains go tick, 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 right? And so let's go ahead and jump inside the Business Lab. So today what I want to talk about, again, is we're talking about rebranding. And rebranding is one of my favorite business strategies. And when you do it correctly, it is one of a powerful strategy, and it's a powerful tool. And it's something that every business gets to access when they're looking at scaling, or when they need to accomplish improved structure as well. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about one area that most people tend to mess around with. Okay. Most often when business owners or leaders are coming up with the opportunity, or they're faced with the opportunity to rebrand, okay, they get stuck in the creative aspect of the brand strategy. They get stuck in the sexiness of it. They get stuck in the logos and the colors and the websites. It's easy, because it's easy to think that way. It's easy to fall into that. Sometimes it's not as easy to sit down and think about the steps and the strategy and the implementation and the planning and the in and the out and the why and the when and the how. And so therefore, it's easy and it's quick to get with the colors and the logos and everything like that. And though that is important, that is not rebranding. That is redesigning. And so if you sit there and you say, I need to rebrand, When people call me, we have a whole screening process. But the first thing I'll ask is, tell me what that means in your own words. So don't use the term rebranding. Tell me what it is you're trying to accomplish with this movement, with this decision. What are you thinking? And I ask for that in their own words, because that now helps me to understand, are they just looking to get new creative branding, or they really do need a strategic rebrand? Do they need a deep strategic rebrand? What do they really need? What are they looking for? And once I'm able to hear it in their own words, in their own concept, then I can say, okay, you know what? You actually don't need rebranding, you need redesigning. Or I say it in the reverse. Okay, what I'm hearing is 1, 2, 3. This is a rebrand, but you're asking for redesign. And so we get clarity there. So the key thing I want you to understand is that when you are talking about rebranding, you have to elevate above the mere essence of changing a logo, redesigning or updating a website, getting new colors, changing the headers in your social media, things like that. So I want you to elevate above that and go from there. The other thing that's most important is understanding the soul of your brand. Okay, understanding the soul of your brand. If the brand has no soul, what exactly are you rebranding? You got to be careful. You have to understand the soul of the brand. If your brand is not if it doesn't speak volumes, right? All you're doing is moving products and services. You're moving units. You're not connecting, you're not elevating, you're not impacting. Okay. Did y'all catch that? Did you catch that? You're not impacting. Okay. You're not connecting. And so you want to be careful that your brand over time is developing a soul in the marketplace. And that does not happen in 6 months. It doesn't happen on the first post. It doesn't happen at the launch of the website. It just does not happen. So you want to make sure that as you are building this really amazing, sustainable company, you're building a soul to the brand. And with that being said, without a soul and a purpose to the brand, there is no true sustainability. You're not really sustainable. You're not lasting. You're not going to stand the test of time. When I think about companies that entered the market, like they boom, flew in and hit the market, maybe they had the money and the backing, but they didn't build a soul. They didn't have a soul. They didn't have a brand. They didn't have a voice. They just had money and backing. They had presence, but there was no voice. You think of companies like Vine. Y'all remember Vine? Y'all remember Vine? When Vine showed up? Vine showed up, came into the market like gangbusters, did what they needed to do. They never sat down and developed a soul to their brand. And so therefore, when they tried to do a bunch of flip-flopping and moving around, rebranding, there was nothing for them to rebrand, because all they was trying to do was mobilize this video looping app. The Vine lasted about 5 years, right? And considering the amount of money that blew through that company, you're talking about $30 million that went in and out of that company between reacquisitions, launches, fundraising, all capital campaigns, I should say, all of those things. You're talking about $30 million, and that company lasted about 5 years. Another company, now we all know about this company. This company had people starving their kids. This company had the money and the backing and the clout to come into the market and snatch your attention, that you would sit there for 5, 4, 5, 7 hours. Who am I talking about? What a Clubhouse. I did. I'm talking about it. I said it because it's true. This is public knowledge. There were people fully immersed in Clubhouse for 4, 5, 6 hours, well past midnight. And this was just an audio room. There was no video. It was an audio room, right? Now, Clubhouse got into the market, lost its kick, and then now is trying to rebrand itself as a messaging app. But guess what? It has no soul. So when you're rebranding, what did I just tell you? If you are trying to rebrand and you don't have a soul, all you're doing is moving products and services. You're just moving units. And so once the marketplace no longer feels like standing on that bandwagon or jumping on that bandwagon or being considered a unit, they're not attached. It won't last. It doesn't stand the test of time, right? All right. So we are talking about the difference between doing a brand rebranding successfully versus redesigning. Know the difference between the two. When you rebrand, you are doing from the top down. When you're redesigning, it's very external. Redesign is external. Rebranding is from the inside out. It is an internal and an external experience. Usually redesign is typically external. Okay, it's just what you can see. All right, so rebranding is going to require that work. It's going to require you to really get inside the soul of the brand and to work your way out. Okay, and so rebranding is going to happen either reactively or proactively. There are some companies that have to rebrand quickly, and they're doing it reactively because the market, something has happened, the market now requires it, and in order for the company to last, they have to do a rapid rebrand, or what I call a reactive rebrand. Okay, now in a reactive rebrand, what's happening is something has happened, a bad reputation, some kind of disjointed reputation between the company and the marketplace has come up. I'll give you an example. If anyone paid attention, like in 2017, Uber did a rapid rebrand. They had to reactively rebrand because the company was beginning to get a very bad reputation. There was a lot of passenger safety issues. And so when they had to respond, and by rebranding, they did an entire rebrand. They got a new CEO. They had to refocus their mission and their vision. They had to refocus on what their core values were. They had to look at, hey, listen, our focus now is on passenger safety. We have to make sure that the things that were happening before cannot happen anymore. They had new processes and procedures and screening and compliance issues that were in place now. The other thing they did now externally, they had to change the perception in the marketplace. They had to change perception and disassociate between the old Uber and the new Uber. And as you see, if you pay attention, they changed their logo. The logo got changed. So now they're disassociated from the old Uber with the bad reputation and the passenger safety issues into the new Uber, which doesn't have passenger safety issues. You see, that is a reactive rebrand because of something that happened in the marketplace. Now, reactive rebrands are very expensive and they are stressful, and things are happening fast. The reason why is because you need twice as many members on the team to make things happen. It's more expensive and it is very stressful and it happens very quickly. Okay. Now, when we talk about a proactive rebrand, right? Now, proactive rebrands, I absolutely love. I love proactive rebrands. It's like I just salivate over these things. I mean, we do reactive rebrands too, but I prefer and love proactive rebrands because it's done in a more controlled and a planned environment. It's less stressful. It is less expensive, right? It happens at good sequence times. Proactive rebranding typically is occurring in that 7 to 10 year, more now about 10-year mark, where over time, you've done some minor refreshing to the brand. You've tightened up the brand here, but now you step back and you say, you know what, we're in a new market. We've done a lot of things. We've, retired products, or we've added products and services. Maybe we've expanded, or, we just need to freshen our look in the marketplace. And so we're going to proactively rebrand. And so therefore the company does an entire overhaul of an established company. Now, let me hold right here. Time out. Established company. Let me tell you what I mean. This flip-flopping stuff that I be seeing out here, and I know that is not good English. I'm just gonna chop it up. Yes, I said it. That I be seeing out here, right? That's not what we're doing. We don't do that, right? You do not take an unestablished brand and you keep flipping it and you keep rebranding. Every 2 years you got a new logo. Every year you got a new website. You're changing colors, or the thing that makes me cringe the most is you got 4 or 5 different logos for one company and 3 different colors. What are we doing up in here? Right? What is happening? Right? And so when we take a minute, when I say established company, I'm talking about a company that has a brand, that has a soul, that's been doing what they do. The marketplace loves them. The marketplace recognizes them. You've been around for some time. You got your feet planted, and you say, you know, we're going to refresh because we're doing great things. We're making our customers happy. We're going to rebrand, and we're going to come out, right? I'm coming out, right? We want the world to know. Come on, dance with me. Stop it. We got to get back to work, right? All right. Hey, Terica, how are you, darling? Thank you so much for hanging out with me, girlie. Are you catching these golden nuggets, girl? Are you catching these hashtag golden nuggets? Thank you for being here with me. All right. So a proactive rebrand comes around about it takes about 12 to 24 months to fully execute a proactive rebrand. As I said, it's less expensive, less stressful, it's more controlled, it's more planned. Things are happening, and it's a beautiful experience. It's like, yay, it's like a gift. It's like a gift. It's like you're opening a gift. Okay. All right. So why would you rebrand? What's happening during the rebrand? What are some of the internal and external changes that occur in a rebrand, whether it's reactive or proactive, a rebrand, period, right? You have emotional shifts. There's an emotional shift when you do a rebrand. You're developing stronger relationships, not only with the clients, but with the team members, with stakeholders, with the marketplace as a whole. There's an emotional shift, right? And the goal is that it shifts for the greater good. You're developing a tighter, stronger relationship. So when we look at a rebrand, we have to look at what is the emotional positioning with this brand. What are we doing? Okay. The brand message also shifts. The brand message shifts. That's the reason we either bring clarity, we're cleaning it up, we need to improve the perception, right? Let me get a little swig of water. Right? We need to improve the perception in the marketplace amongst our clients, amongst our team members, amongst our stakeholders, right? In the marketplace, we need to make sure that the emotional, the visual, and the auditory positioning of the brand is fully supported. That's important, right? And so those are some things that happen. Other things that shift: product and services. Product and service offerings begin to shift. When you do a rebrand, typically what is happening is you are either retiring a product or service, or you are bringing on some new product or services, or you are refreshing it. Like in a packaging world, you may change your packaging look. Maybe you decide, hey, the ingredients that we now align with are eco-friendly, and so therefore we want to emulate that. We want to show that in our packaging. We want to let our marketplace know. Maybe in servicing, your service offering during a rebrand, you're changing the way the service is delivered. Maybe you're adding some extra sweetness to it, right? You're adding a higher level of connectivity, where at one point you were only available between 9 and 3 and Monday to Thursday. Maybe you're now available 7 days a week, right? Maybe you're now available 24 hours because you have like a call service. I don't know. But whenever you're rebranding and you look at your service offerings, right, you're now looking at the shift. And because I need to now communicate that, I'm enhancing the customer experience. I'm enhancing the customer experience, right? All right. I see my chat going crazy. Let me see what y'all saying to me. Hey there, Rasa Lenora. Blessings to you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Love you much. Love you much. Thank you so much. All right. Problem elimination. When you are rebranding, you are removing unpleasant emotional, mental, and sensory experiences. You got to remove them. When you sit down and it's time to plan for a rebrand, first thing I like to look at is what has been a problem, what's not been working. What has not been working? Let me tell you why. Unresolved problems cost the company a lot of money. It costs the company thousands of dollars annually, not a few hundred here or, a $50 here, thousands of dollars annually. And where you have an unresolved problem, you are losing money. So the key when you do a rebrand is to remove those problems, is to eliminate the issues, right? Removing it helps to increase profits, and it also drops the cost of waste, right? You're eliminating this stuff. Reputation cleanup. When we do a rebrand, we do a lot of surveys. We do, a lot of surveys. We want to know what the existing client base think. We want to know what the marketplace thinks. What's the reputation? If we need to clean up the reputation, or we need to clarify it, or we need to establish the reputation. Sometimes when you do a rebrand, you're entering into a new market. When you enter into a new market with a rebrand, or you want to enhance the presence in that market, you have to make sure that the reputation has been established. Okay, what did we say? Soul, the soul of a brand, right? All right, target audience changes tend to happen in a rebrand. Now, I'm not talking about like, we happen to add this little audience. No, I'm talking about a complete change. Say, for example, you no longer serve an audience altogether. We no longer serve this market. We no longer serve this audience, or we now serve this entire market. We now serve this entire audience. So you want to think about the target audience changes. Another thing we look at is restructuring. When a company goes through a very strong restructuring, changing of leadership at the top, there are also vision changes that come with it, right? Core beliefs come with the change of leadership, right, at the top. And so internal changes even have to be addressed through a rebrand, because we have to refocus the mission and the vision, right? Knowing what we really stand for, right? What do we really stand for? What are we doing here? For example, Delta Airlines, we've all been able to witness the final result of a rebrand with Delta Airlines. And most recently, Delta Airlines did a rebrand in 2007, and then they did a refresh of the brand in 2015. They mainly wanted to recapture their focus on what? Connecting the world. That's what Delta stands for. We want to connect the world. Hence the reason Delta makes it their business that they can go any and everywhere, right? So restructuring also calls for a rebrand, right? So here's what I want to share with you as you're thinking about maybe exploring a rebrand. Always try to do a proactive rebrand. However, if a scenario comes up and there is a situation that is affecting the reputation of the brand, don't sit there trying to play with it. Do a reactive rebrand. It is going to cost more. It is a little bit more stressful, but in the long run, you're fighting for that company. It will help the company, right? But here's what I want to say. Please be careful that you are not rebranding haphazardly or prematurely. You do not rebrand every 2-3 years because, oh, we haven't built traction in the marketplace yet. That is a reputation establishment issue. You need to get some establishment of a reputation, or maybe you need to clean up the brand messaging or get some clarity, right? Or maybe you keep working with an audience that doesn't even want what you're selling. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it, but do not rebrand or think rebranding is to be done every 2-3 years or something like that. That's crazy. That just doesn't work. You rebrand where you have an established company brand, right? There's a time to rebrand and there's a time to redesign and strengthen or refresh the brand. So know the difference between the two. When a brand is not properly established in their marketplace, it is not wise to keep changing the brand because you have no stick-to-ity, right? There's no stick-to-ity. I just thought of that word. I don't think it's in dictionary.com. Right? But unless your reputation calls for it, like there's a hit to the reputation, take it easy, keep in mind, know what you're doing. But also don't think that your brand is going to just keep marketing itself or mobilizing itself either. You have to do the work. You got to pay attention to the brand. You got to put the work in, right? The brand is not going to market or mobilize itself. So before you think of doing a proactive rebrand, let me make sure that this is what we're supposed to be doing. Yes. All right, good. So here's something I want to leave you with. Don't compare your chapter 1 to your competitor's chapter 20. Right. And I had to choke on that one. That one was like, ooh, hit me in my throat. That one came at me. Right. Did y'all feel that? That one ran up and was like, bam, that one hit me right in my throat. So don't compare your chapter 1 in business to your competitor's chapter 20. If you've been in business 5 years, don't try to do what a company who has been in business 25 years is doing. Don't do that. Understand where you are. Don't compare your chapter 1 to your competitor's chapter 20. Just be careful with that. And that's also good advice for life, right? All right. So listen, there you have it. Rebranding, baby. Rebranding. What are we doing? How we're doing it? All that good stuff. Yes. All right. So I hope you have caught all of these golden nuggets, baby. You caught these golden nuggets and you are going to take them all the way to the bank. Yes. All right. So when you need your chief visionary for strategy, for structure, for scale, for training, for speaking, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Go ahead and schedule a power chat. Link is on screen, impactbrandingconsultant.org. You can schedule your power chat to hang out with us. Also, I want us to explore how you can create more structure, more strategy, and more scale this year. So when you schedule that power chat, that's what we're going to do. We're going to dive deep into it. Yes. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Impact Branding Videos, please. And thank you. And if you haven't already liked, followed, please do so now so you don't miss it. I don't want you to be tardy for this party. Okay. Go ahead and hit that follow button. Yes. All right, guys, I will see you next week. Same time, same place. Don't forget, business owners, don't let other business owners miss this. So make sure you invite somebody to come hang out with you. If you're catching this on the replay, hit that hashtag replay team in the chat room so I could show you some love. All right. One love, one heart, blessings upon blessings. Go and be productive. See ya.